Hi, welcome to Berwick Mitsubishi. My name's Mitch. Today I'm going to be walking you around this 2015 HSV Clubsport R8 sedan. Now this one is a manual with a 340 kilowatts. So walking you through the car, I'm going to run through some of the features, the condition of the vehicle. This one is in beautiful condition. Starting at the front of the car, obviously HSV Clubsport R8, HSV badge, daytime driving lights, fog lights down the bottom. Fantastic that it's a little bit overcast and chilly today. You can see the car as you would see it on the road basically, because when it is sunny, when we shoot these videos, you don't really get the lights and the come through very well on the footage. Coming around to the front driver's side wheel, you can see that the condition of the wheel is fantastic. Has got some little bit of brake dust around the outer edge of the wheel. No scuff marks or anything. There is a tiny little paint chip just on one of the spokes there. You can see the large HSV brakes. Again, there are some little marks on the caliper itself. Heaps of disc length. You can see there, like fantastic slotted discs. Obviously the car has been serviced, well maintained as well. Moving down the side of the car, immaculate condition, no marks, no scratches, nothing on the vehicle at all. Keyless entry, so you do have silver little buttons on every door handle you can get in and out of the car with. Stopping at the rear driver's side wheel, this wheel is in fantastic condition again. There is once again a tiny little nick just on one of the spokes again. Looks like it's probably from a stone. Again, the big red HSV calipers, slotted discs again, beautiful wheel, heaps of tread as well. Now these are the Continental Sport contact tyres. Fantastic grip in the dry, even better in the wet. Around the back of the car, has got the matte black boot lid spoiler. You can see the R8 badging with a 340 kilowatt badge as well. There's this little bug or leaf sticking out of there. Quad exhaust on obviously all the HSV V8s. Again, like I have not seen any marks on this car at all. So it's fantastic condition. Moving around to the passenger side now, we'll go to the rear wheel first, obviously. Passenger side of the car, the side that parks up against the curb, there is a tiny little mark just along the lip there. Tiny bit of dirt, obviously. Obviously, again, some brake dust. Now the same Continental tyre. Now this car does have the Continentals on all four corners. Fantastic tread still. You can see again, brakes are in good condition. No marks on that brake caliper either. Again, you've got the keyless door handles with the buttons in the handles. Front passenger side wheel. Again, fantastic condition. Now this is a beautiful wheel for, you know, just a bit of grease from putting the tyre on. Now this is a brand new tyre. Heaps of tread. Fantastic brakes again, you know, no marks on that caliper at all. Being red, you know, does stand out a bit, but obviously if you do get any marks or chips, it will show straight down to the steel underneath it, but it does look fantastic. And again, you've got the slotted rotors there in good condition as well. Next, I'm going to open the bonnet, chat a bit about the engine and the safety features. Okay, so looking under the engine bay of the VF Clubsport R8, we have got the 6.2 litre LS3 V8 engine. It has got 340 kilowatts of power, 570 newton meters of torque. And as I mentioned at the start, this car is mated to a 6-speed manual transmission. Fantastic transmission at that, really easy to move through the gears. It has got a 5-star ANCAP safety rating. In terms of fuel economy, I mean, you're not going to buy one of these for fuel economy. It is going to get you about 12 litres per 100 is the quoted figure, I believe, but I mean, on a good run you get a little bit less than 10, I guess, on the open highway. Okay, so now we're sitting in the Clubsport R8. I'm going to run you through some of the features. Being a HSV, feature packed, has a lot of extras that the normal Commodores don't have. But I'll start from the driver's side door, work my way across the middle. There is a special suite built into the system, the head unit there, called HSV EDI. I'll touch on it a little bit. It is covered in another video. If you want a little bit more information about that, please do give us a call or make an appointment to come and have a look at the car. It's feature packed and it goes into a lot of detail. I will once again just touch on it very quickly, but if I go through everything, we'll be here all night. Alright, so starting on the driver's door, like every VF Commodore, you've got your boot switch down the bottom on the door card next to the little cubby hole down the bottom. Window switches, mirror switches, door handle locks. Your light switch on the dash there just to the right of the steering column, as well as your brightness for your instrument cluster and also your head-up display controls. The head-up display is only visible from the driver's seat. You can adjust the position of it, and also there's a few different pages of information you can cycle through. Starting with the steering wheel, got a tilt and telescopic steering wheel. So once that's in position, you just lock that in with the tab under the left-hand side of the steering column. Steering wheel itself, on the right-hand side, you have got your audio, volume and telephone controls. And on the left-hand side, you've got your cruise control, as well as your autonomous emergency braking or your forward collision alert system, and your lane departure warning, again, as well as your cruise control. Right-hand stalk is your indicators and your trip computer controls, and on the left-hand side is your wipers. Moving across to the center, you can see that we have the large Holden MyLink display system, currently on the radio on Nova 100. The sound system is fantastic in this. HSVs do use a Bose system, so I mean, you're not going to do it justice through the speakers of your computer unless you've got it hooked up to a massive sound system, but even the microphone in this camera is not going to do it justice either. Pushing the home button takes us to the home screen. So we've got the HSV EDI suite, which I mentioned just at the start there. So again, this is basically build number 2101, Clubsport R8. Logging is disabled, but you can see here it just opens up another world of information. Being at the moment that this is a manual transmission car, you can see we are in neutral. Put it into first gear. Once you start obviously driving, take your foot off the brake. You can see there the brake lever, the accelerator, shift light, and you can also change that shift light from economy to performance. So you can see there that the lights don't come up on the right hand side of the screen, and then also you move it across, again you've got track mode. So it's not going to actually do anything particular. It's just a nice little graphic there just to show you when to shift to obviously maintain either the best economy out of the car or performance out of the vehicle. Back into neutral there. Cycling through, you've got your gauges, power and torque. So again, you put your foot on the accelerator, you can see them moving around. You can change those through many different variations, combinations of different arrangements. Your fuel consumption over time, stopwatch. Now this is really interesting as well, but once again, we won't go into too much detail. This is a data logger, so it'll actually log in basically depending on your GPS and which track you've loaded between different tracks that are available in Australia. And you'll be able to actually get some data performance logging done, basically your max corner speed, your G-forces, everything. It's fantastic. ABS and slip, G-meter, steering angle, so understeer or oversteer, and then just back to the adaptive EDI. Then we go back to the exhaust mode. So we do have the option there for the bimodal exhaust. So you can see there a little green section bounces around. You might be able to hear that popping, crackling out the back. But if we move it to performance mode, which I'll touch on a bit later, and wait for it to disappear. So it's fixed flow bimodal. Once you sort of get on it and open it up, the exhaust valves open up and it does get a lot louder and throatier. Moving back home, obviously HSVs all come standard with navigation, so you just hit the agree button there. Really simple to use. You can use the right dial up here on the fascia here, the hard button, to navigate through all the menus as well, just by turning it and pushing it down for what you want. Once again, you know, get hands on with it, come and have a drive of the car, it's fantastic. Get hands on with this system, really easy to use. Moving down from that, we have got our climate control, dual zone climate. So at the moment it's linked to the driver's side, so you can see the passenger side and driver's side temperature are the same. As soon as you change the passenger side, the zone light goes out, and then you've got your dual zone system. All the hard buttons, obviously, fan control in the middle. Beneath that, we've got two large gauges, one for your oil pressure and one for your voltage. Beneath that, your HSV R8 plaque in stainless steel, which looks fantastic. It could be aluminium, I'm not 100% sure, but it looks fantastic. Your manual gear selector, again, not too long of a throw. You can get like a short shifter or rip shifter kit for it, which makes it a little bit easier. I will show you reverse gear while we're here. So select reverse. There's the reverse camera, which is standard, as well as your front and rear parking sensors. Moving back from that, on the left hand side of that driver mode switch, which I'll talk about in a second, you've got parallel parking, where the car will self-parallel park itself, as long as the distance between the two cars on the left hand side of the car are longer than the length of the vehicle. The car will pick up the park if that system is engaged and autonomously park the car for you, as well as the button there to turn off your parking sensors. Now in the middle here we do have our driver mode selector. You saw on the screen just before we selected performance mode. If we move it to the left, we dial down the settings. It's not doing it. I might have to go into the EDI suite to do it. There we go. So we're in touring. There's sport mode, gives you a firmer steering wheel, and you get that more performance exhaust. And then back to performance. There is a traction control button in the middle there to cycle through the different traction modes. There is a limited slip, which lets the car slide a little bit, completely off and obviously on as well. Electric parking brake, 2 cup holders, which I'll place the 2 keys in, so there are 2 keys with the vehicle. And then just behind that we do have our large little storage compartment, center console there, USB, as well as auxiliary input, and a 12-volt socket there as well. I'll just have my camera person pan around the interior of the vehicle now, just to show the condition. It is fantastic. It looks like it has just left the Clayton manufacturing facility where they manufacture the HSVs. It is beautiful condition. Please do come down and have a look, have a drive. Ask for any of us here at Berwick Mitsubishi. We're happy to help. I'll jump out now and just explain to you a little bit more about some of the features and benefits of dealing with Berwick Mitsubishi. Okay, so thank you for watching this walk around video on the 2015 HSV Clubsport R8 sedan. In the condition that this car does present in, it is eligible for our premium mechanical protection plan that does cover you up for 5 years extended warranty, covering 182 components on the vehicle. It also gives you 10 years of roadside assist Australia-wide. If you have any further questions on that premium protection plan, please click on the link in the description below. It'll also pop up on the corner of the video. Again, you can also call us on 9907 0555. My name's Mitch. Thanks for watching this walk around video. On behalf of the team here at Berwick Mitsubishi, customer service is where we thrive.